Into our show, our various couples show.
Thank you.
So today, we want to talk about 50-50 in relationships. Do you believe in
Yes.
50-50 in a
Uh,
relationship?
I don't know what exactly you mean 50-50, but as for me,
Uh-huh.
and I think it's generally general view for everyone, is that 50-50 is just an idea that has been propagated by maybe feminists or yeah, but I believe men have their responsibility and women have their responsibility as well when it comes to relationship.
Yeah, that's true. Me, I don't think I believe in it though. I actually believe in 100. I think if two people are in a relationship, they should give 100% of what they can. For example, if a lady is supposed to do something, for example, she's supposed to
What do you
let
mean 100?
100. It's like 100% as a guy, you give you 100. As a lady, you give you 100. For example, if let's say you have decided to cook as a lady, why should you leave dishes there for someone else to come back from work to wash them for you? And yet you've made the meal. You've had the time to make an entire meal, but not to wash dishes. And then men, if let's say you decide to do something, like let's say you decide to take someone on a date, why don't you take care of that too? I think it should be 100% effort.
Because let's take for example,
Uh-huh.
maybe see, as I said, like men have their responsibility and women have their responsibility.
Yeah.
But there are certain cases like in real life
Mm.
whereby you meet, maybe for example, you are employed and your boyfriend at that point in time
He's not
maybe is not
employed.
yet employed.
Eh,
So will you say is 100 at that case, or one of you will have to take more responsibility than the other?
it's crazy about that thing of someone being unemployed and it's the man. It's really complicated because in such a point, I don't know, sometimes some things that can happen and you're like, wow, because now if you have in that point when the guy is unemployed, and you're unemployed and you're earning more money,
Mhm.
I think that what we can offer as ladies is to encourage our men. Because let me say, there's nothing that is ever as disappointing or as sad as you being a lady and you want to be submissive, you want to be, and then that this guy has no job, has nothing, and now it will strain. Let me tell people have done those things of women are the ones to provide, and it has not worked. So people should look for the next best thing. That thing does not work, like ati, because I'm earning more money, so he's the one, so I should be the one to do most things. It doesn't work, and there's proof that thing doesn't work. So going around saying that because the other one, there's encouragement. You can give a man encouragement. You can give a man support, to find his way out of that unemployment. Things like that. No, you can, strengthen him, like get his man out, the man in him. Not being there, now me, I should go and sweat blood and water just because this one has no money to provide for the family. It does not work. So,
So you believe like men should provide?
and
Yeah?
women should
Yeah.
nurture and give support, and there are so many things that, by the way, there are so many things that women can do apart from providing for a family. There is taking care of children. There is apart from bathing them, things that are really really more important.
You,
Things
be-
like
you believe like men should take care of children?
eh
Men should like take care of children or what?
no, the women in the relationship is much more important than provision. Women have usually a soft side for children and men usually don't. Like the one, let's say for example, you have a child and me I have, like, let's say, okay, we get married, we're both in different relationships, but we get married and we have a child. You, like, you're going to think about how my child's future, my child's world, let's say it's a boy, you'll be thinking about how he has to be a man in the future, and he has to harden and come do this, come lift this and things like that. And me, I'll be thinking about, is he going to be a gentleman? And that's not what you'll be thinking about. So
Yeah.
both of us equally have to put in 100% in order to grow our children, in order to sustain our relationship, things like that. Because at the end of the day, if me, I raise a guy alone or my daughter alone, she's not going to know so many things my father has taught me about guys. She's not going to know the importance of dressing properly if she doesn't have a father in her life. She's not going to know that how to how to, not how to cook, but like to love to do it. I think we, like, as females, it's important for us to, like, learn how to love the things that we naturally like to do, and men also like to naturally like the things that they like to do, because I don't think there's someone out there who is a guy who would want to see his wife coming home so tired. You can't even be intimate because she's tired, and things like, she's been working, she's been dealing with people the entire day. Honestly, it makes no sense.
Okay, so you
What do you
believe,
think? Mm-hmm.
so are you trying to say there are no situation whereby you will have your man
Uh-huh.
not really manning up as he is supposed to be, but maybe let's say he comes across a situation whereby he is not in a position to be the man you thought he is.
That.
Will you now back out, or what would be your response like in that case? Because I understand what you're trying to say, like 100, meaning that people should take their responsibility as they are supposed to. So like in a case where your boyfriend, or in that,
Has.
yeah, husband, what will you now would be your reaction when it happens that you don't feel your man is getting up to task as he is supposed to?
Those things are so difficult, but me, I believe in people carrying their crosses. If that was the man that God gave you, then that's him. Because you cannot always believe in your man because of Ati. He cannot. Yes, of course, it's good for him to, to provide and be there, and be the man that he should be. If something has failed for you to do by talking, you can handle it spiritually. Like, you not spiritually like witch doctors, but like being prayerful, praying. And if you cannot pray, if I know people say, when a man cheats on you, or they tell the women to pray, if a man cheats on you, just leave. But in such a case of the man not being able to, if you think that that's not who you want, then it's as easy as just leaving. I know it's crazy, but I think people should normalize leaving relationships where they're not happy. Because let me tell you, I think the last thing that should make you unhappy, there are so many things that in this world that are deemed to make us unhappy as human beings. So if you add a relationship that I'm there crying, this man is cheating, even though it has taken a lot from you, because most times relationships take a lot, like they take a lot. Oh my god, he has taken everything. If you've been sleeping around, of course, that's a soul tie and everything. But that it doesn't, I don't think it should stop you from leaving. Once you pray for something and it does not work, let's say your man is violent and you pray for about it, he's cheating, and you pray about it and it doesn't work or something, then that's just God or the universe telling you that relationship, you handled it yourself, like it didn't have a higher power. And so
So do you believe like in the traditional setup whereby women stay at home, cook,
of
nurture children,
course,
take care of the home,
of course,
take care of the man, make sure the man is peaceful,
let me tell you,
and the
Steven.
man provides, protects
Yeah,
for you and everything?
me,
Is that
let me tell you, I really believe in that traditional setup. If it wasn't for my parents that they had put in a lot of money to educate me, I am not backing down on education because I'm grateful for them being able to sustain me in that way. But in regards to our relationship and things like that, I think that I'm good at. I think that I can make a very decent meal. I think I can organize a place like it's heaven. And so when I'm given that opportunity to do it every single day, I wake up at the time I want, okay, let's say 9. I spend my day exercising, to, of course, to keep healthy and, things like that. I can even change, his meals from African, we go vegan, we go vegetarian, things like that. That is something I would honestly like to, if I had a choice, I would do that. But, Africans and Ugandan parents, you don't just wake up in the morning and now I don't want to go to work. It's no way.
Okay.
I'm such a trad. I'm such a trad person. Yeah.
So in a case where like let's say do you contribute financially in that case, or you leave all the responsibility to your man?
Financial responsibilities to him.
Like what would be your contribution
Teaching
in
him how
terms
to
of
manage his money. Like sometimes some men may not know how to financially manage their money. Like when they get money like $1 million, oh my god, they want to have to buy a car, what, and yet maybe there are probably other things that are more important than the car at that time. So, and us women, God bless us with ways. We look at something and we see it's disorganized and we just want to organize it. So when you find someone who is disorganized, like a guy, and he doesn't know how, he has money but he doesn't know how to put it to make more, how to organize it, how to, when he makes money, he wants to spend it on funny food, that alcohol, things like that will, apart from making his physique bad, will make him lose his sense of thinking. So yeah, that's my contribution, and it might not be money, paper, but it can be managing it, financial, I don't know what it's called, but like helping him manage his money. If it is at a point in our lives where we have to save, then I can encourage him saving. Let me not ask my man for this, I know we are planning on saving this for this and this. Yeah, things like that.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, people should do better.
Okay. So like in the case okay, you've already answered that. I think you have tried.
So you
But
see,
okay, just
long ago men used to go not to go to war, but they used to hunt, bring back raw meat, and sometimes you're so tired, you're from hunting a whole big whatever animal, for the family to eat. So as a lady, like, not as a lady, but me, if I was not in that position, like, you can tenderize the meat, cook it, what, and verify so that he eats, as he's tired, things like that. Are you married?
no,
Me
not
too, I'm
yet.
not married,
Soon.
but I feel like if you have decided to make that very important decision in your life, you sit down and know, I'm like this and I'm like this. And me, I think myself to be I don't like answering back to my partner. I don't like I prefer to listen. Though sometimes some guys are so hard to listen to. Like, you can be listened to without instilling force, without things like that. Because naturally, me, I would naturally listen to, like, especially because of other factors, it becomes natural to listen to him, to get to hear out his point. But now, if you have to argue with me so that I listen to you, really.
So like, are you trying to say, like, if you are given the chance to make a rule for all the women, would you say they should not work, they should stay at home, or what do you mean? Because like I believe there are also women who are financially, like, no, like they can they have the capability
To provide.
yeah, but still at the same time they can respect their man, they can submit, and yeah, everything is just flowing as it traditionally supposed to be, but they have that contribution financially.
Yeah, but you cannot have your cake and eat it too, Steven. If you're working, like maybe those people are working like small jobs, and of course that's not enough money to provide for the entire family. But let's say if you're like a boss lady and you're coming back home and you have to do things like nailing, do things like cooking for someone, yet at work literally you're not even touching a bread knife to do anything. Everything is done for you. I've seen how they treat boss ladies. Like they don't do anything. The door is always open for you. You know, it's unrealistic to think that okay, now I'm going to just become a different person when I enter the house or things like that. So usually you can pretend that oh my god, you can be both feminine and masculine, but cannot work. That's why you can find masculine men are not feminine. Feminine men are not masculine. Feminine girls are not masculine. For example, when you put them in the work environment, it is so stressful. And I know sometimes they're doing it for people like me, most probably. I can get a job or anything, or I can become higher and higher in the work environment only because my parents are still there. But I have a feeling if they die today, God forbid, I will reconsider everything because I know how much effort they did to put me in school. I know how much they what they went through to make sure that even I reach university. So when I don't want to give up on university and education, it's because of them. I just saw what they went through. But when it comes to my choice as an individual, as an individual that I can be at home, he comes back home with things, does shopping for the house. I can arrange all that stuff, like just correct it, put minimum space since I'm sharing this place with someone else, you know, and organize how it's supposed to be done, things like that. Just order, order.
That's true, because I think in Genesis 2:18 the Bible
Yeah, we are
says
Christians.
that yeah, it was not good for man to be alone, that he saw it good for God to give a helper. So I think in that case it is still fine, but I also feel like there are also genuine women out there who can
Do all.
they can do all, like genuinely, not really pretending or like trying to make it look as if they respect their man or they
And
care
it's
for
not
their
that
man.
case.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
not the case, but they truly mean it from their heart, that
Yeah.
they actually love and respect their man.
Yeah, and they're really doing, congratulations to them.
So like what do you think is the most appropriate age, like to start dating or to enter into marriage? Because also that it contributes to whether you have that kind of respect, and yeah, all those factors about 50-50, it will still matter, because also age, I think, is an important factor. So what do you think, should a man consider himself ready enough to enter into a relationship? And also, what is the age do you think a woman is ready enough now to be able to carry out the responsibility in a relationship or marriage?
Oh, right, right.
And
Good
why do you
question.
think you should enter into a relationship?
Me, I think everyone should enter into a relationship when they are ready. Nothing but ready. Ready for commitment, ready for honesty, ready to be a good listener, both partners, more so to us. And because usually us sometimes we like talking and I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this without actually listening. Yeah, ready to take care of someone and to be taken care of, because sometimes you're ready as a lady to to take care of like a place, but you're not ready for that thing to take care of you, like do I trust him, is he going to play me, things like that, when you're just ready
So
for it.
so as a lady, you think you should be ready to be
Yeah,
taken care of, to take care of someone,
yeah,
and what else?
yeah, when you're ready, because there's no perfect age, because
Okay.
you can be when you're, of course I'm not talking like
So if
12-year-olds
a
shouldn't just wake up.
15-year-old girl is ready, she can enter into a relationship.
A 15-year-old girl, people mature at different levels. If that person feels like they're ready for, and and outside people, let's say a girl tells you that she's ready, and you're wondering, This girl is 15-year-old, is 15, how can she be ready? If she's being able to listen to other parties, she may be ready. If she's being able to listen to what others are telling her, like if she does not think that her decision is the right one and everyone else's decision is wrong, she might be ready. If you meet the person that they are with and they're not a person who is just joking, because people who joke a lot, you can easily see them. You can know that this person is going to waste your daughter's time at first sight.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can know that this girl or whatever is going to waste your son's time. Like, you can just know. Especially people who know that game. Don't hate that game, know that game.
Mm-hmm.
So when you and also don't hate the player. So it's just like an entire game. When you know that if someone who is 15 introduces you to their partner, you had your doubts and this person. Also look at this 15-year-old. Does she make good decisions? If it's a 15-year-old who has been sleeping around, or who has been drinking like alcohol is the last thing, then you can wonder that, you know what, dear, I don't think that you are ready. And if she takes that advice, maybe she has the maturity to handle a relationship, because relationships require maturity at a certain level. Like, let's say you cannot always be revenging on your partner because they did, for example, he didn't call you, now you're going to switch off your phone forever because you have no, he didn't reply to your call, so now you're also going to switch off your phone for an entire month. As a, that's petty stuff.
Weird,
like
yeah. Very weird.
like, so
it is a sign of immaturity.
yeah, things like that. So when you feel like you're mature enough for it, even intercourse is a very mature thing. Like, it's not just something that you just wake up in the morning and you want to do. Really. So there's no perfect age, just mentally you have to be prepared, even physically. But physically is tricky.
So, okay, for a man, like, what do you think a man should consider ready himself ready before?
A man.
Yeah.
When he's ready, Steven, you know when you're ready for a relationship. You know when you're done playing with girls. You know, I think that guys are not as people are not that dumb. Like, you can know that, you know what, I don't want to play with girls anymore.
I also feel like ladies like to explore even more than men. Yeah, because like for a man, you are okay marrying, let's say for a man marrying a virgin, you are okay with it.
Yeah.
But for a lady to date a man who is
He's a virgin,
most of the time, if you ask them, they will say no.
No.
They
want men who are experienced.
Yeah.
And that's tricky, because
if you yourself, like for example, you are asked, what will they say? Of course, most of the time you will say
virgins should be together. Like, I think that there's no one who wants a man who is, I don't know what's wrong. Why would you even want a guy who is experienced? If in regards to a relationship or marriage, no way. If it's playing, like, oh my god, last or what, maybe there. But relationship, no. I don't think it's about experience, because that person will always be comparing you. He's experienced, so he knows the game so well. So you cannot you cannot even, like, he knows the game so well. So for you who is not experienced, you're looking at it as the side of the guy who is experienced. But if you're the girl who is inexperienced and you're getting with a guy who is experienced, like, you can't even, that thing can work. You won't be able to please that person. Not even physically, but also emotionally. Like, they are experienced, so they know females and they know so many girls. So what are you so sure about that this person is going to care about you crying, about you feeling like you're not intimately connected? Things like that, they won't make sense to him. So
you feel like a man will know, because I think like a lot of relationship, people don't know why they are in relationship, and I think like both parties, both the male and the women, should actually enter into relationship when they are ready, of course. But also there should be a purpose why you enter into that relationship.
True, very, very true.
Because
you guys, purpose-driven lives are important.
Yeah, like, you cannot just enter in relationship if it is for fun. It is better.
Why do you date for fun? Like, there are other things you can do. I've said that on another podcast. go swimming, become the one of
Yeah,
the best runners, you know, things like that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Explore other, go hiking, go swimming, explore
Right?
your other part of
All those
which
things
you have
bring the
never touched.
adrenaline that's when you like a guy, the adrenaline you get, like, you see, when like you like a guy, you feel like your heart's beating, you know, those crush things.
Yeah.
When your heart's beating next to him, you feel like fainting. I don't know if it happens to girls, I mean, no, no, not girls, guys, but you feel like when you like a guy, you can't even feel it, be in his presence, like, and that's the same, that same thing, you can get it from so many other things, that apart from relationships, you can get it from being something like, you know, a winner. Everyone's going to celebrate you, just like they celebrate brides, and you know.
Cause yeah, I think like when you enter into a relationship, first of all, you should be ready, as you have said,
Yeah.
and then you should be able to like to cater for the responsibility that are expected of you in that relationship. Also, you should be able to I mean, you should have goal, you should have purpose for that
Yeah,
relationship. It
if
should be
it's,
clear, because
yeah,
I believe 1 year, 2 year dating or courtship is enough for you to proceed to
yeah,
another level, let's say marriage.
it
But
involves
but what do you have to say, let's say, for relationship which you can find like a 5 year relationship, no, and there's no marriage which has been talked about in that relationship, 7 year relationship, what do
those
you think?
situations
Do
are
you think
tricky, Steven. They can do something else, like when you're dating someone for 5+ years and
not
they,
even 5, even more than 3 years, and you don't know the parents of your spouse, you don't know where they come from, or you have never visited where they come from?
you know, I'm one of those people that believe in being in a relationship for marriage, dating for marriage. Like, I don't believe in dating for fun, but you know, people are different. So there are some who believe that you can date for fun and all goes well. But I think it depends. I believe in dating for marriage. So we're building a team, and we're going to create what we call our children. And we're going to raise people who are respectful, who honor God, things like that. So when you're going for a relationship, you're going with that mindset. The purpose-driven thing was very good that you mentioned it. You know, our purpose. What do we? Which kind of kids do you want to create? Which kind of home? Our home must be prayerful. Our home must be this and this and that. You know, why am I being disloyal to my partner? There's nothing I'm getting from it. You know, apart from diseases and things like that. Depends on how you are raised.
Yeah,
So,
because I believe all these factors contribute to,
how a person is raised.
yeah, and
Yeah.
also in the sense that 50-50, because before you come to the issue of 50-50, you must have come from somewhere, like to for you
Exactly.
to get into that point where you say, so who is
This
taking
doesn't
this,
work
who
or
is
this
taking
works.
this?
Because
Yeah.
trust me, whoever saw their mom like work so hard and come home tired, and you just see, you just know that 50-50 doesn't work. Like, you just know, because most of the ladies, our mothers, they are so hardworking. And on being hardworking, so many fathers, like, let's say for example, the fathers before, our fathers, our grandfathers, spent a lot of time in alcohol, because part of the reason was because also the ladies created that thing. I know they wanted to make ladies empowered and everything, but in empowering ladies they disempowered guys. Now you find most of the money that they used to make, they would spend it uselessly on alcohol, women, and extramarital affairs, things like that, that only take, trust me, those things they only take because there is no one who has been given a crown for being the man with the most women. No one. I believe it just takes from a guy, you know. And so when you're raised right, and you're able to know that 50-50 does not work, it does not. And someone can't tell you that it works, because you've seen that it does not work for a relationship. It's very, of course you have to be submissive, what, but deep down, people who are in 50-50 whatever relationships, they're not the happiest. And it's actually sad, because sometimes you don't choose to be in that position and everything, but
But I hope you're not trying to say that the women who are in a 50-50 not 50-50, but the women who are actually working
and also
and also wives,
mm,
are you not, I hope you're not trying to say that you don't mean they fake their love and respect
as
to
people
their
we are good
man,
at pretending.
or you're
So
trying to say deep down their hearts they don't want to work, they want to be housewife.
if they had a choice, they wouldn't. But it's not this because they don't have. You see that the kind of men that were created because of that thing, where men who don't want to work, they see work as something that's bad. Remember, they don't even give birth, and yet they see work as the hardest thing that can be done, and yet they don't
No,
know the pain of
I
like
think it varies
delivering.
because there are some men actually, no, men are actually supposed to enjoy work because that's what
Exactly.
we have
It's
to
supposed
do.
to be something that's happy,
There's
like, oh my god, I'm going to put on the best suit. But now you see, in now there are those people who put on the best suit and now they use it as an opportunity to get women. Like it's supposed to make you as a guy, I'm smart, I clean, things like that. But now, like now, oh my god, now every woman is on you and you don't have self control, things like that. It's crazy. But deep down, of course, maybe they're me. Okay, they might put a show that they are happy, but me, as I think right now, I'm focusing on my education and I want to be a better person. What word? In terms of education wise, wisdom and all that. But trust me, I don't think the way I know how work is supposed to be done. Not overwhelming, but it requires a lot of your time, and sometimes you have to be in survival mode to survive that workplace. Survive the political workplace. You have to be in survival mode. So you as a lady in survival mode, now you want to come home and there's no survival mode. It seems unrealistic. Like, your man is there, he's asking you how was your day, and I'm just like, look, why is this person asking? My day was bad, my days are always bad. Things like that. So it's crazy, but all
but
praise to the most high.
yeah. But like, so which women do you say are gold diggers? Because okay, like this is a general discussion.
Oh
Of course, like we are talking about the issue about 50-50, but all of these factors they contribute
yeah.
to whether to that general idea of 50-50. But of course, like there are women outside there who don't want to work. Are you trying to, they don't want to work, all they say they want to contribute is femininity,
Family.
their nurturing nature, and yeah, they don't want to contribute anything. They want like all their femininity, nurturing nature, caring nature, and loving and respect. That's all they have on the table. Like
Oh,
that's
they don't want to. That's all they like.
that's
It's
all.
little, eh?
Yeah, I feel it
It's
is.
little.
I feel
Eh, you go in a
like,
home where the women
okay,
and
wait. Like in this modern world, you see, there's all this cultured empowerment. What are we empowering the culture to do?
true. But you see, where everyone, most girls right now, they are very empowered. By the way, empowered enough even to approach a guy themselves. So I don't think there's more empowerment that can be done, because that's like top empowerment. Because by the time you approach someone who is a guy, that level of confidence is up there. So yeah, I get what you're saying. They should continue. The ones thriving in such a state should really continue. But personally, I don't think it. I think that ladies should maintain and care for their homes and build them. Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's
thank you, Mr. Waresha. I'm so happy that we had this conversation. It was so fun for me, honestly.
I also
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Thank you for welcoming me here.
Yeah, you're welcome. All
Next
right.
time.
All right.